Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? My name is Jennifer. Here we talk about everything, and I am firing up some Palo Santos. Palo Santos clears the energy and calls in Holy Spirit. I want to clear the energy right here, and it smells really good, dude. Smells really good. So I'm gonna lay it right here in our tiny. And that will sit there with us and float around for a little bit. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. Thank you for being here. Now, let's go ahead and start out with a grateful. I know you are grateful to be here. I know you are grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be here. You're grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be here. So we have 3. Look here, we're going to take it. Why? Because it's Sunday. When we do the best we can, we never know what miracle is wrought in our life or in the life of another. Helen Keller. God gives wisdom, knowledge, and happiness. Ecclesiastes 2:26. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3:5. The sun shines brighter and the flowers smell better just because I thought of you. God's love and kindness will shine upon us like the sun that rises in the sky. Luke 1:7-8. All right. Today what we're going to do is we're going to bless ourselves with an opportunity to become a little more independent through a few little apps. Yep. Now, if you do not have these apps, I want you to download them. It is free. Are you ready for these apps that are going to assist you momentarily? All right, let's do it. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to download Temu. T-E-M-U. I'm sure you have heard of it. All right. Now, the next app, write these down. You're going to need to write these down. The next app that I want you to download is Balance. The next app that I want you to download is Moonly. The next app that I want you to download is Perplexity. The next app that I want you to download is Busu. B-U-S-U-U. Busu. The next app that I want you to download is Luna. Now, I am going to explain all of these to you, and what I want you to do is have these ready to get started on the schedule for Monday. No, we're doing Tuesdays. We start on Tuesday. I will be posting the schedule up tomorrow, possibly tonight, of what we will be doing. And we will be starting 5 a.m. Monday through Friday and 6 a.m. on Saturdays. If you can't do it on those days, that's cool. Those days, and I also want to put this out here, I'm going to be recording at those times. So they will be loading after those times and when they're appropriate to be coming into your energy. So they won't, for you, always be the same time, but for me, it will be that time. So, like, I'm putting myself on a schedule, but what goes on in that schedule might not always work out as scheduled. And therefore, that's those moments that God did that. And there's a reason for it. Now, let's back up. We're going to go shopping today. We are going to find out ways to empower ourselves through other resources that are not YouTube. All of these resources are free except for one, and that one, we'll get to that. Actually, let's go ahead and do that one now. So the one that costs is called Luna. Luna is a physical therapy company that handles at home physical therapy, meaning they will come to your house. Now, you can pay for this out of pocket, or your insurance company, more than likely, can have the ability to pay for it. Talk to your doctor about it, or contact Luna and talk to them about it to find out if you would qualify for any programs if you don't have insurance, or how much it would cost, the payments. If you're going to do physical therapy, I would highly suggest that you invest in a few things that I'm going to point out to you right now. Looks crazy, huh? But actually, these are the first things that you want to get for physical therapy. One thing at a time can help you change your life. If you just take the time to focus on one thing at a time. Oh, look at my Lily. Annabelle. Oh, we got Even there. Lady. That is a Pilates mat. And we are on a trampoline. That will tremendously help you out in the beginning and throughout your workout sessions in physical therapy. Over here, we have inspiration to keep going and stepping. Those are very awesome products to have. Now, I know that many people are hard up for money these days. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to step away from Amazon in some cases. And this would have to be one of them. Now, the reason I say this is because it's actually double and sometimes 2 times the cost at Amazon for the stuff that I just showed you. The bag that I just showed you, you can get the same bag and get it delivered within 3 to 5 days. With Amazon, you can get it delivered same day or next day, but you will be paying 2 to 3 times more when you can actually learn patience and be able to buy more products for your buck and get more attention on the body. Now, the one I'm looking at right now is $14.98. It is at a local place. This local place has free shipping on orders over $30. So when you do that, what you'll want to do is click on your person where they say free shipping on over $30, and you find out there if they have any other products that would actually benefit you to buy with that so that you can get free shipping. Who doesn't want free shipping? So you have $15 more that you need to spend in order to get free shipping. They have sunglasses, they have a little bit of equipment, they have jewelry, necklaces. We're going to go back up here to the exercise equipment because that's what we're looking for. So there is a 7-piece set, fitness tool set, that would go really well and complement the first package. It's for being able to do rolling out. It's got the tire. It's got where you do your push-ups. It's got a jump rope, and it's got a thing for your biceps to stretch your biceps. And it is $16.19. You add the two together, and there's your extended physical therapy for $30. Now, there is that. And we are right now at about $35, give or take, $35, because the shipping is free and it'll get to you within 3 to 5 days. Now, the trampoline, I seen some on here that were $30, but sometimes you don't want to get them that cheap because you don't know what the product is going to be like. So we have some that are $50. They're local. We have let's see, go back up here. Now we have one that is 660 pounds, heavy duty. It is local. It is $36.51. It is a 40-inch with a 29-inch bar that goes with it. There's another one that is a 40-inch and it is $48. There's another one that's 40 to 48-inch. Now, when it says 2 sizes,
The 48 inch is only $50. The 40 inch is $42. If this has free shipping for this item, so you don't have to worry about whether or not this company has other stuff, but you can still check out what they have. If you want to, or you can move on to another company. Now, we're going to do the stepper is $23. There's some for $33. There's a mini stepper for $25, $30. All local. These are all local, which means that you'll get them with 3 to 5 days. It's not a month wait. These are 3 to 5 days. Now, for those of you who are just starting out, you won't need the stepper right away. So if you can't afford to get all this stuff at one time, you don't have to. But we're going to group it together for today's process, okay? So we're going to go with the 2934. And it's free shipping for this provider on $30. Now, they don't have anything here, so we're not going to get that. It's $29.34, and they'll do free shipping on $30. I understand, but that's a little too close for comfort for me, so let's do the $31.99. Delivery 3 to 7 business days, free shipping for this item, and this stepper has more with it. You can do more with it. So, you want to add that one, $31.99. Now let's recap. Okay, we're gonna recap. So we have spent $30. Now we're adding $30 more. Okay, we're gonna round it at $30 because it's under 35. You know, it's closer to 30. Everybody knows how to round out. If you don't, you'll learn. Through me, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, if you don't know how to round, anything under 250 goes under, and anything over 250 goes up. That's my rule. I think that's everybody's rule, but that's the rule that I play when it comes to money. Anyway, so we're going to add the gazelle. Ooh. All right. They don't have this specific one that I have on here. However, they do have similar. Mine I got from Amazon, and it was $100. It doesn't look like you're gonna be able to beat that, so I would check that out on Amazon. But if you want, there's a sit-down version. That's not really the same thing. Yeah, to get, it's like the Gazelle. Mine is a Sunny, Cunny. It's like $150 cheaper than a Gazelle. Does the same thing. Listen, I'm a bargain girl. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather eat than pay top dollar for something that I can get cheaper somewhere else. I'm a Taurus too. And I'll tell you all about it with that Gemini cuz. Anyway. So listen. Altogether, that's $200 that you've invested in yourself to exercise. Now, we're going to give you 5 days to get all this equipment in. Cool thing. Since you already have that Prime membership that you're getting the Sunny with, you can use Amazon to also listen to commercial-free music. They have all different kinds of genres. All different kinds of genres, including Reiki sessions and podcasts. So check that out. All right. That is your Temu Amazon. Also, Amazon has books too, but you already know about that. I was talking about the music. It's commercial free and quite productive. All right. So the next apps that we are going to glide into, we're going to go back to Temu in a little bit. But first, we need to come in and we're still working on ourselves, on our inner self, pushing that out to the world. So we're going over here to balance. Balance is an app that you can use also with, it helps with meditation, it helps with breathing, it helps with anxiety. These are different things that you can do all day instead of scrolling through all your social media, finding out what everybody else is doing. You can actually get involved in putting this in your day. There's 3 5-minute things going on. There's 3 to 5 minute meditations. And then there's some other stuff that you can play throughout the day. It even has music that will keep you centered, so to speak, throughout your day as well. I do believe this is a free app. I know it's free for a year. I think it's free forever. You can tip occasionally. I believe this one is. And then there's Moonly. And Moonly, it does have a small fee. But I think it's $20 for a year. I don't think it's even that much for a whole year. So, with Moonly, right now, Moon is in Capricorn till 8:15 p.m., a time of rigor, conservatism, and labor. It's a good day to make plans, start projects, and take action. Ooh, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, I am going to show you this page so that you can see what I'm looking at. Okay. Here you can see where it says Moon and Capricorn. All right, and here we have daily activity. What you'll do with this app is you will specialize it to you. And you'll put your birthday information in there. If you have the ability to put your time in there and where you were born, it will make it more personalized for you. Then it will provide you with different stuff that fits you personally. Look here, you and yours. That's me. That's all me. I am a bunny rabbit. Rising sign Virgo when it comes to Vedic astrology. This is Vedic astrology, not Western astrology. I'm Libra in Western astrology. See, it says based on your birth chart right here. And it tells you what to do with your day, self-care, and you can pick on all of these, and it gives you advice on what to do with your day. For me, self-care, rest, and enjoy on a favorable day. It's good to let yourself rest, relax, perform skincare and rejuvenation treatments, get a massage, detox, visit a spa or a sauna, make enjoyable purchases. On an unfavorable day, you can carry out routine procedures. Give yourself the necessary rest and focus your attention on other relevant areas. You can download this or you can put it on your story if you want to for Instagram. And go through all of these right here. Like for me, traveling is unfavorable, career unfavorable, spirituality practices and meditation. On a favorable day, it is good to dedicate time to spiritual practices, like this one right here. Meditation, exploring yourself and the world, creativity. On an unfavorable day, it is better to maintain the balance of spiritual and material. You can perform practices that you like and shift your attention to other relevant areas. So on days when you don't see me or hear from me, that's because in my chart it says I'm not supposed to be doing that. So check your chart and find out if you're supposed to be doing that as well. Everybody's different. Everybody's star shines. It just may not always be the one that rhymes with everybody around them at the time. Now, we also have nakshatra. Nakshatra are lunar stations, so to speak, through which the moon passes. These are narrower areas of the zodiac belt than the zodiac signs. Nakshatra recommendations are the highest priority in the lunar calendar. You consider them when making plans, but always listen to your heart first. Got it? All right. So, right now for me, my nakshatra is Shravana, ruled by the supreme deities Vishnu and Saraswati. It favors uniting and mutual support. It's a perfect time for new beginnings and purchases, spiritual practices, studies, treatment. It's unfavorable for taking risks and completing tasks. Sunday, Sun. The energy of this day is good for relaxation and spending time outdoors. Rising with the sun will give you energy. It's best to avoid any active work and clear your mind from all worries. Colors, gold and burgundy. Oh, that was yesterday. Now, because, of course, there's a special, so you can check that out. You may have a different special that works for you. This one is a Moonly special. Learn how to correct your karma. Let's check it out. For me, your karmic tasks, soul purpose. Soul purpose. Determined by the soul planet, it highlights the area of life in which karmic lessons need to be learned. It is recommended to develop within yourself the positive aspects of the planet and work through the negative ones. Mercury. It is responsible for intelligence, thinking, learning abilities, as well as speech and communication. It instills love for freedom and quick wit, desire for new knowledge, sociability, and networking abilities. Flexibility and adaptability are helpful during life changes. It is favorable to develop the public speaking and literary talent, to train memory, to constantly learn new things, to apply the obtained knowledge in practice and pass it on. Share it with others. It is recommended to avoid intellectual arrogance, lies, gossip, and manipulation, to learn not to criticize others, to control speech and make it more simple and comprehensible, to talk politely, to try to get to the point, avoiding superficial opinions, not to come off as two-faced, to learn to relax and avoid overexertion. Spiritual development. Sun rituals. Spiritual development. Through the placement of the planets, the natal chart highlights the areas that have accumulated negative karma. They need to be harmonized and worked through. Vedic astrology has instruments for this purpose. Upays. By performing upays consciously and regularly, you can attract good karma. Change subconscious programming, cultivate good qualities within yourself, and improve the state of affairs in a specific area of life. Having analyzed your natal chart, we have chosen upays for the planets that would be favorable for you to bring into harmony. You can perform all proposed upays or choose the ones that resonate with you the most. Nurturing the spirit sun. The sun is responsible for personality, individuality, radiance, and self-expression. In order to improve connection with your solar qualities and smooth out negative expressions, it is favorable to perform upays to the sun. Work on yourself. Cultivate optimism, zest for life, and generosity in yourself. In the evening, sum up the findings of the day and notice even small positive moments. Develop a sense of responsibility, willpower, confidence in your own abilities. Move away from victimhood. Work on the expression of ego, pride, and arrogance. Do not validate yourself at the expense of others. Daily routine. If possible, wake up around dawn and spend time in the morning sun. I did that, I did that. Get you a dog and you will see that morning light. Every day, if you decide to take him out, you'll find a way to touch the sky with the light of the Lord above. Daily routines. Appearance. Keep a straight and confident posture. Observe it through the day. Straighten your shoulders. Work on your posture. Again, we can share that if we want to, but we're not going to. Well, because that is for me. You see here, first house, ninth house, seventh house. Spirituality and abundance. Through the placement of the planets, the natal chart highlights the areas that have accumulated negative karma. They need to be harmonized and worked through. Vedic astrology has instruments for this purpose. All right, for the Jupiter rituals, it's the same thing. Telling you, but this is for spirituality and abundance. This is upays for spirituality and abundance. Jupiter rituals. Jupiter is responsible for prosperity, spirituality, and morality. In order to improve connection with your Jupiterian qualities and smooth out negative expressions, it is favorable to perform Upes to Jupiter. Work on self. Cultivate benevolence, mercy, zest for life. Be open and honest. Respect yourself and others. Show generosity. Share. Make donations. And give thanks sincerely. Consciously remain in a state of abundance and a sense that there is enough for everyone. Keep an eye on the scarcity mindset and do not linger in it. Value your work and the work of others. Develop an understanding of energy exchange. Do not criticize or judge others. Learn to accept other people's opinions. Spirituality. Study religions of the world, sacred scriptures, the work of spiritual teachers and sages. Write down the thoughts that resonate within you and reflect on them. Visit sacred places, places of power, temples. Adhere to moral principles. Avoid alcohol, tobacco, and other intoxications. Assist on Thursdays. Hold on a second. For deeper immersion, you can observe a fast, abstaining from animal source foods. Practice solitude, meditation, control desires and impulses. Self-restraint burns negative karma and disciplines the mind. Mantras. Recite the Brihaspati Beach mantra 18 times every day or on Thursdays. Om Gram Grim Gram Sagaravi Nama. You can hold a rosary in the process. Reciting and listening to mantras helps cleanse the mind. Charitable work. Provide help and donations to children, teachers, and spiritual leaders, monks, priests, saints. You can donate money, food, clothes, help with actions, or attention. Deities worship. Establish internal contact with the god Vishnu and the god of wisdom, Ganesha. Learn more about them. Read legends. Look at the images. Recite mantras. Perform simple rituals on the day of their worship. All Hindu deities are forms of one God, standing outside the borders of religion and beliefs. By honoring them, we turn to God and find a divine spark within ourselves. Color and stone therapy. It is recommended only after a thorough analysis of the natal chart with an astrologer. Wear yellow, gold clothing, and jewelry. Surround yourself with objects in these colors. You can wear natural stones, citrine, yellow sapphire, as well as chariot and satellite. Practice. Meditation, Jupiter, Thursdays. Mantra, Ganesh mantra. Woo! Delicious. All right. Now, we have life purpose. And I'm going to play this thing for you, why we choose Vedic astrology, here in just a second. We have the dominant sign, Virgo, character, the earth element, traitor mission, feminine energy, morality, inner impulse. This is for a more detailed analysis, consult a professional astrologer. I actually intend on doing that, but this gives me a great base to work with, and it will give you a great base to work with too. Now, I don't know what you can get for the free version. I know there's one that it's smaller, but like I said, the paid version is for an entire year or even a lifetime. I think maybe this might be one that's a lifetime. One of them I paid $20 and it was for a lifetime. I never have to pay to use it again. And you'll find a lot of things that are like that, which is really awesome. Find those things. We're not going to go any farther than that with that one, but I don't remember what the price of it was, but we'll check on that in just a second.
Astrology is an ancient science of the influence of the cosmos on terrestrial processes. It is divided into the Vedic and the Western branches. Both are unique and should not be compared. They differ in their approach to calculations. Vedic astrology employs the sidereal zodiac. It is based on the position of the 12 constellations around the Earth. Western astrology uses the tropical zodiac. It is based on the position of the Sun, and, assuming that every year on the spring equinox, the Sun is at 0 degrees of Aries, defines 12 zodiac signs from this starting point. Vedic astrology accounts for the Earth's axial precession, which leads to a difference between the two systems called Ayanamsa. This is why the zodiac signs and the position of the planets do not coincide. For Moonly, we choose Vedic astrology. We like the fact that calculations coincide with the astronomical position of the constellations. Vedic astrology is related to ancient Vedic philosophy. The birth chart, upayas for karma harmonization, Vedic gods, yoga, mantras, and meditations form a holistic system of self-discovery. We are happy to be conduits of this knowledge. See you at Moonly.
All right, so wisdom, the natal chart. The natal chart. According to Indian philosophy, the soul is constantly reborn and lives different lives. All its actions have certain consequences and make up the karma. According to the law of karma, everything that happens to us is a result of our past actions. Karma manifests itself through fears, desires, intentions, which later develop into actions and choices which define our life. Sanchita karma is the sum of all actions ever taken. It has an unknown shadow part that can't be seen. It can show itself quite unexpectedly through our deep urges. And there is a known part, prarabdha karma, that can be seen. This is the karma that is ready to be experienced in current reincarnation. There's also kraman karma, which is created as a result of our current actions and lays the foundation for the future, and agama karma, what we are just planning to do. The natal chart is an astrological tool for reading prarabdha karma. It reflects the position of the planets at the time of birth. Each planet has a certain energy and type of karma. They can be strong or weak in the chart. It depends on the degree, the position in the house, and the sign of the zodiac, the influence of other planets. Strong planets and houses show life spheres we worked on, made a lot of effort, and succeeded in past lives. In this life, one realizes their potential in such spheres easier and more naturally. Weak houses and afflicted planets show that in these spheres, there were some negative actions taking place and disruptive behavior. Astrological schools differ from each other. In Western astrology, the natal chart has the shape of a circle, whereas in Eastern one, it is a square. In Western astrology, the most important indicator is the sun and the sign of the zodiac, while in Eastern one, the moon. They use different calculations and reference points. In this article, we want to tell you about the natal chart of Eastern Yiddish astrology. Yiddish. The natal chart shows our nature, who we have become as a result of our past incarnations, how we will show ourselves in different areas, what we will have to face in life. The three main indicators of the chart. The core of the personality is based on or are the ascendant, the moon, and the sun. One also takes into account which houses has the most planets. This sphere plays an important role in life. Ascendant. It is also called the rising sign or lagna. This is the sign of the zodiac that rises in the east at the time of birth. It defines ourselves in the outside world. Behavior, 54. Character, appearance, health, ways of interaction. The planet ruling the ascending sign is the owner of the horoscope, the ruler of the entire chart, called Lignish. The energies of this planet will have the most significant influence on shaping one's personality. The moon, its position in the sign of the zodiac, shows the inner part of the soul, the subtle astral body. It determines the psyche, mind, emotions, intuition, reactions to the outside world, and getting experience. Also, The moon in the chart is an indicator of inner happiness at the time when the soul comes to earth. The sun, it shows identity, self-consciousness, ego, the ability to show oneself in the outside world and realize one's potential. The natal chart. To create a birth chart, you need to know the date, time, and place of your birth. Experienced astrologers specify the time with the help of important dates of life, which are always reflected in the chart. Marriage, divorce, birth of children, moving, getting a job, illnesses, accidents. If one knows only the approximate time, like a 4 or 5 hour interval, it's possible to restore the time of birth with the help of rectification. You can soften your negative karma with the help of upais, which are ways to harmonize karma. These are different types of austerities: fasting on a certain day of the week, reading mantras, being involved with charity, stone and color therapy. Upais cleanse the mind of karmic mental programs so that we can resist destructive impulses and act consciously. It is favorable to make upayas for the planet, the period of which is current according to your chart, in order to resonate with its energy and improve its sphere of influence. Also, with the help of upayas, one can keep in contact with the ruling planet of the horoscope, especially if its position is weak. In addition to the main natal chart, Rashi, there are divisional charts that cover certain areas of life in detail: profession, place of residence, marriage, children, travel, brothers and sisters, and so on. The main divisional chart is called Navamsa. It describes the sphere of marriage, but also helps to analyze the natal chart more deeply, showing its potential. The natal chart is the key to understanding yourself. It helps us build our lives according to who we are, be attentive to our needs, use our strengths, and not strive to do something that is not for us. In the chart, you can find answers to concerning questions and understand why certain events occur and how to successfully go through all the lessons so that they do not repeat themselves. The natal chart is one of the tools of self-development. This is a starting point, not a written script. Today we have many opportunities for understanding, transforming, and changing our fate for the better. Take into your life only what resonates with you and can be trusted. It also helps to predict events, trends, and give clues to different periods of life. With this tool, we are aware of the consequences of our past actions and can take responsibility for our present and future. We stop being victims of illusions, mind traps, automatic reactions, and start building our lives consciously. A professional astrologer can help with the analysis of your birth chart. It's better to choose a specialist that resonates with you. We stick to Eastern astrology but respect all traditions. So when choosing a school, let your feelings guide you. Awesome sauce, wisdom, zodiac signs. In Eastern astrology, the zodiac sign is a constellation opposite which the planet is located at the moment. If you draw an imaginary line from the Earth through to the desired planet, it will fall on one of the 12 constellations on the ellipse circle along which the planets rotate. In Eastern astrology, the zodiac sign is a constellation opposite which the planet is located at the moment. If you draw an imaginary line from the Earth through to the desired planet, it will fall on one of the 12 constellations on the eclipse circle along with the planets rotate. Yes, I did just repeat that twice. According to Jyotish system, the zodiac sign of a person helps to determine how strong or weak the planet in the specific house area in the sky, which affects success or failure in various areas of life. It shows talents and aspirations, psychological portrait, and suitable professions. The strongest influence on a person is exerted by the sign ascending at the moment of their birth, determined by the lagna. Also, the position of the moon is significant and the sign which contains the largest cluster of planets. Unlike Western astrology, the lunar zodiac is more important than the solar one. However, the zodiac sign of the sun is still important. Thus, a person can be affected not by only one zodiac sign, but 2 or even 3 signs at the same time. Their qualities are manifested most vividly, balancing each other out and creating individuality. Under the influence of 2 opposite signs through like a fiery Leo and a water Pisces, leadership qualities and brilliant intelligence of a fire sign might be compensated by the softness and flexibility of the water sign. Each planet shows its best qualities through one sign's and its weaknesses through another. For example, the sun is strong in fiery signs but is weakened by the air ones. Planet in a fall means that its inherent characteristics cannot be fully manifested in a person. Zodiac signs. Aries. Oh no, go back. No, we need to go back. The element of fire, patronized by the planet Mars, it's an energetic sign full of vitality. It gives a person leadership qualities, the ability to defend their point of view, determination, and courage. It can negatively endow a person, making them egocentric and stubborn, impulsive, and no. I don't know why the Aries did that, but it did. And we're just going to be okay with that. The Taurus. Earth element gives the sign calmness and solidity, a strong will and stability. The patronizing Venus bestows sensuality, the talents for the arts, the ability to live out emotions. In excess, this can make Taurus too sentimental, clingy to the past, and material wealth. Gemini. This air sign has a sharp, flexible mind, the ability to establish contacts, changeability, and mobility quickly. It can be restless, have a tendency to exhaust itself with excessive activity, and a desire to do everything. It is ruled by the planet Mercury. Cancer. It is controlled by the element of water and the moon. This is an emotional, sensual sign with a strong intuition and creativity. It gives itself up to taking care of the family and close ones, surrounding itself with comfort, but at the same time, it can forget about its own interests. You'll have to download that one. It doesn't let me fix it. Leo. Fire sign. Its features ambitiousness, courage, generosity, charisma, patronizing sun, bestows leadership, willpower, and a strong character. It handles difficulties badly and requires increased attention often. Virgo. This sign is stable and steady, just like the element of earth. Diligence, accuracy, deep thinking, but also discontent and anxiety are inherent in it. Demanding towards itself and others, attentive to detail. Pedant Mercury patronizes this sign. Libra. The air sign is under the auspices of Venus. Harmonious, charming, and fair, is in good contact with others. It strives for truth, the achievement of an idea, but it can be insecure and excessively demanding, depending on the opinions of others around. Scorpio. Water Scorpio gives a deep intuition, insight, a close connection with the subconscious, secrecy, Patronizing Mars gives a temperamental character, passion, and inner strength. It is inclined to depend on its own emotion, can become rude and envious. Sagittarius, fiery sign, open and dynamic, talented to learn and teach, hardworking, persistent. Jupiter gives it a positive way of thinking, friendliness, energy. It can be overly demanding to others without noticing its shortcomings at the same time. Capricorn. Saturn gives this sign discipline, restraint, and practicality. The element of earth makes it persistent, consistent in its thoughts and actions. Capricorn is prudent, successful, but can perceive its point of view as the only true one without reckoning with others. Be selfish and insidious. Pisces. It is open, emotional water sign, endowed with rich imagination and strong intuition. Jupiter grants it in the pursuit of beauty and dreaminess. It reveals itself in creativity and communication. Easily influenced, can be overly nervous and susceptible. Aquarius. The element of air, which patron is Saturn, grants such qualities as creativity, resourcefulness, closeness to the divine principle. Aquarius is selfless, responsive, prone to self-sacrifice. It can be secretive. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay, yes, we will go back up here. So, life purpose. We're going to just, for mine, we're going to do the mission. I'll leave it there. Mission. It characterizes an inclination towards a trade, predisposition to a profession. This is the person's deep motive. The one thing that he really wants is true purpose. One or two types can be revealed, where the second one helps realize the first one. Trader. Vaishya. He creates new projects to expand, prosper, and accumulate wealth. He enriches himself and helps others to evolve. He works a lot and is constantly striving for growth. Is able to create and support his ventures with competence due to thoroughness and practicality. He finds realization in entrepreneurship, business, banking, commerce, real estate, and media. Now, let's get out of my chart. All right. So, it says discover your hidden talents. Are we going to do it? Oh, no, you guys.
Astrology is an ancient science of the influence of the
Moon Day. We're back to the day. I added a little more in there. So we're back to what today is. More of what it tells you about. Now, this is personalized to you. And also, this is personalized to specific today. Moon Day, Shukla Devadashi. It is closely connected to divine revelation and wisdom. It is worth devoting this day to self-purification, going on a walk, doing household chores. It is unfavorable to allow bad and envious thoughts. Also, avoid travel and expensive purchases. Moon Day from 8:43 a.m. Shukla Trajadashi. This is a day when people and actions from your past may emerge and haunt you. This is an occasion to review some aspects of your life, put an end to unfinished business. Today is a very favorable day for communication and family time. Moon in Aquarius. Inspiration, innovative thinking, and a craving for experimentation will help you find answers to questions that seem unsolvable. Astrology events, retrogrades. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. A time, look at the birds, a time of attending to your inner world. It's beneficial to reevaluate your surroundings, goals, and authority figures and let go of things that are not working out. Rely on agile thinking, detachment from the past, discipline, morality, and mindfulness. It is favorable to listen to mantras to Ganesha, Shiva, Jupiter, Saturn. Perform cleansing practices and release heavy emotions. Esotericism in underexplored areas. Creativity with like minded people. Travel and adventure will bring new skills and valuable answers. The Sun and Mercury in Leo. We return to the events of July and August with new skills and knowledge. It's essential to make bold, clear decisions and let go of unnecessary self-criticism and procrastination. Strive to harmoniously pursue your personal desires while considering the interest of your loved ones. It's a good time for professional growth, creativity, and the realization of ideas. Venus and Ketu in Virgo. It's time to get organized. Prioritize practicality. Maintain a rational mindset and adopt a clear-eyed perspective on matters. Challenges in finances and relationships may arise, yet every experience serves as a valuable lesson, testing one's spiritual fortitude and sincerity. And for me and mine, it's giving me a 10-minute meditation on forgiveness and an article on replenishing energy. Again, I say that this app not just works with what's going on in the planets, but because it has your information, your personal birth information, it's able to provide you with specific activities that will allow you to embrace everything you can for your day, your time, your moment, expand. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you do this. You start paying attention to this. I was paying attention to it for a good while, and then I stopped paying attention to it. And I'm being guided to go back into paying attention to it. And I'm going to show you some other things to go along with this app here in just a few minutes. But now we're going to focus on the conjunctions. Okay, it's the same thing. Why did you do the... I guess there are another to... Okay. Mawlid, the celebration of the birth of the Prophet Muhammad, is observed by the entire Muslim community in Rabi' al-Awwal, the third month of the Islamic calendar. On this day, the life and teachings of the Prophet, who is considered to be the messenger of Allah, are honored. During the celebration, believers offer prayers, recite the Quran, and hold spiritual gatherings. Muslims share the joy of the special day with their family and loved ones, exchanging well wishes and gifts. In some communities, it is customary to hold cultural events, lectures, and seminars, spreading the knowledge about the life and legacy of the Prophet Muhammad, reminding of his nobility and an example for believers to follow. Mawlid unites millions of people, regardless of their nationality and cultural differences, in the celebratory veneration of the Prophet and the importance of observing his teachings for the good of humanity. And for this one, there is a 22-minute meditation on the Tree of Life and an article for Inner Fire. That is a group sitting right there. So that would be something that we could do together. But we're not going to. I'm going to let you guys do that when you want to. We're, already in here for an hour. So I just want to make, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want you to have the freedom to check out what it says for you rather than focus on what, I'm showing you with using my chart. And I want you to be able to focus on your chart. And that's just, it also gives you the ability to go into the next day. I think it does like 3 or 4 days. But I did say that I would check for a year. This one is for a year. So I know it's not very expensive. It doesn't give me a price. It probably won't give me a price until March. I know it's not very expensive at all. And it's very, like, it gives you everything that you need. Like, let me, oh, this says process termination, completion. A favorable day is suitable for ending processes and activities, giving up irrelevant habits, ending relationships, quitting a job. You can do energy cleansing at home, participate in contests and competitions. On an unfavorable day, it is better to analyze whether it is really important to complete the process today. Well, that's for tomorrow. Based on your birth chart, intuitive eating and planting, working with the soil, intuitive eating, balanced diet, balanced diet, balanced diet, balanced diet. So let's go to nutrition. Isn't that cool? Like, so cool. Okay, let's go back over here. Do, 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 do. All right. All right. That is this. I'm going to end this. Right here, we have a chart that you can get off of Temu for like just a couple bucks. If that, this might have been under $1. I don't remember. Anyway, so what this chart is different yoga positions. There are 35 positions on here. There's a different one every day for 35 days. This is by far the easiest way to adopt yoga into your daily routine. 1 or 2 positions a day could easily move you into being stronger. I would highly recommend before you work on this right here, you start your 30 days with this. You know, the more time that it takes, the better it sticks, right? Anyway, so each
one of these. Now this chart, again, like I said, I got it off of Temu. And with this chart, it gives you the, like, hummer, I don't remember the name of it, that you're supposed to be humming while you're doing these different positions. And then the mantra down at the bottom. For the root chakra, it's I am. For the sacral, it's I feel. Solar, I do. Heart, I love. Throat, I speak. Third eye, I see. Crown, I understand. Now, after the 35 days, come over here. And add one of these 5 days a week. Leave out 2 days a week. So you have 5 days a week that you add on your month 2 after the 35 days. After the 35 days, you start adding one of these positions Monday through Friday. And then that helps you increase your stamina, your flexibility, and your connection with spirit and higher self. All right. In front of you, what you see is Temu. I told you we were going to be going back to Temu at the appropriate time. Okay. In Moonly, it showed you that nutrition is absolutely important. We all know this, especially if you are genuinely trying to live your best life according to you and yours. Now, in front of us on this app is different ways of being able to start a garden, have a garden at home. Right now, we are dealing with a lot of issues when it comes to our food, between being poisoned, fake, or too expensive for us to obtain. Healthy nutrition has become almost inaccessible to many. So we're going to Temu to prevent, to overcome, and to obtain new ideas to prevent anything like this happening to us in the future. So what you're going to see here is some people, they live in areas where their garden needs to be contained, or they're not on a farm, they're in the city. These things right here are awesome for that. You can put that right there at your backyard, by your garage, and really nobody's going to say anything to you. And you can plant a lot of stuff here. And depending on what you put in your soil, can keep the insects that are nasty away and bring in the insects that would actually assist, bring in other nutrients from other areas with that. You also have this that you can put, make it tomatoes or different other kinds of vine, flowery vegetables that come. There are lots of flowers that you can actually eat that are nutritionally acceptable and profitable for yourself. So check out, you can do these too. And notice the price, that's $70 for 2 of these. That's not just one, that's for 2 of these. This is $13.48. It looks pretty, it's portable, and it provides you with a service of food. You've got one that you can have as vegetables. You can grow one on the front and a different kind of vegetable on the back. And you, on this one right here, you can provide 4 different kinds of flowers that are vine flowers you can dry for teas.
Here, you can have an entire array of herbs and spices at your disposal all times of the year, because you can make this climate control. This is something else that you can do. This provides you with the ability to have drapes of vegetables that go over through here and have your beds at the same time together. Now this one is portable, so notice that this one is portable. You also have access to be able to do the solar power. Now one thing that I've noticed, let me check if you garden tools, $30. You have different stuff right here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Each of that is different plants that you can put in your stuff. Okay. You have all these different tools that you can get to help you. And they're very cheap. Like, it's not expensive to get this stuff on Temu. The netting can keep the bugs away. Look here. And with stuff like this, it makes it easier for people with disabilities to tend to their gardens. Because I know that my back, at this level of my therapy, I would need something like that, because bending over for that period of time would have me like throat over. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it provides you with everything that you need to sustain a profitable garden for just yourself, your family, or your family and your friends, whether inside the house or on the side of the house, climate controlled or with the seasons. Look at these lights. I have one of those. I have a red light though. I don't have a green light. So like it's to help with the skin and helps heal the insides and stuff. Helps to heal your body. I would highly recommend that. Anyway, see, look, you have all this right here. You can make pretty stuff, dude, and eat it. So you're getting multiple sources, and feed your family and your friends, even the furry ones. If you want to do indoors, you have something like this. Now, this on Amazon is $60, but this here is $30 here. Now, for the 12 hole, let me check this one out real quick. The 12 pods is $30. So I just wanted to make sure. And you can go different stuff in there. Now, I would highly recommend the solar lights. They are able to shift their strength. So you want to make sure that when you use these, you keep the plants together that require the same heating, the same watering, so that you don't overwork one plant for another. And they're all on the same schedule. You have another, this is a 4-pack right here, and I believe it might be larger. And all your garden tools right here, way to be able to keep the animals out. See? Look at all that. Regardless of what people have tried to tell you, let me express to you through my personal experience and what I've seen others experience. Gardening is not like it used to be. With people working diligently on providing easier ways to process things, it doesn't take a green thumb to make a successful garden anymore. It's almost like as easy as using a computer. You have these pods right here that you can put your seeds in. It's got everything that you need. Okay. You don't have to second guess. You don't have to watch this. You don't have to second guess. You don't have to What am I missing? It's already done for you. All you got to do is put the parts of it together to make it work for you. Isn't that nuts? Like, and like I said, you can do this, look here, indoor or outdoor. I would have that indoor. Like, that would be like, for the indoor, I'd have like catnip and flowers and different stuff that, you know, that they can eat and wouldn't hurt them. Like here and all this. And you can make your area pretty. Here's a small one, a mini greenhouse. Like, it's really cheap to start a garden. It's really cheap to start a garden. You're like, I don't know. Listen, you will save hundreds of dollars by spending $100 1 month for an entire year. $100, and that $100 you spend, 60 of it can be used over and over and over again. And then the next month you spend another $40 for extra supplies to be more defined. But the money that you saved, now at this time you're still investing in it because the plants haven't grown enough for you to get anything out of them yet. So you're still investing, but the reward is coming. Hush, hush, you're a good boy. Good job. So take time, hold on. And I highly suggest that if you are working on shifting your stuff, now is the time to do it because everybody's going into hermit mode. All the garden tools and the garden supplies are about to be discounted by 30, 50, 75%. There are a lot of easy to keep alive flowers that sprout in the fall. It's very easy to keep fall flowers alive, like really easy. They have what it takes, okay? And your spring flowers, they're dainty, and your winter flowers, they're seasonal. They're not meant to last more than one bloom unless they're grounded. Just keep that in mind when you're picking your stuff out. That's also like like with the seasons, you can change your gardens and have something beautiful to look at and not have to spend a whole lot of money to look at somebody else's project. You know what I'm saying? You have something that you can say is yours. It doesn't even matter if anybody else has seen it. You see it. It's giving you something pretty to look at. And you get to learn from it, grow from it, and bring nutrition to your body with it and others as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I would highly, highly, highly suggest getting involved in this during the winter time. Again, I tried to do this in the springtime, but in the spring, you know, everything is really expensive and there were other things going on. Now for the winter, even prices have changed. So this will be a project that I will be working on with you guys, and building my garden. And ladies and gentlemen, if I'm going to be able to do it with all the cats I got, you guys can do it with all the kids you got. Okay, teach your kids to grow a garden. Be that something that you love to do together. It is an experience that they'll take with them forever. The reason why I love farming is my great-grandma. The reason why I want a cow is my great-grandma. The reason why I want a garden is my great-grandma. And the bean picking and breaking and the tomatoes fresh out the garden that you can eat without having to take it to the kitchen. Just don't tell her that you didn't take the time to at least wipe it off. You just stuck it in your mouth. I'm sorry, good grandma. I just don't want you to get sick. Anyway, you'll get to do that in your own environment. Like, you don't have to wait to the grocery store. You don't have to sneak into somebody else's garden to do it. You can be a little rabbit in your own little house and do it on a budget where it doesn't cost you as much as what maybe even an outdoor garden could cost you. But again, make sure that if you are doing an indoor garden, that you don't use, if you're doing an indoor garden and you're on multiple level floors of an apartment building or housing building, please do not get tubs like this to do that with. Please consider that those floors are meant to handle certain things. It is not meant to handle an indoor garden full of tubs like these and a whole bunch of dirt that goes in there. That's like 3-4 people each. The weight of an average 3 or 4 people if you put the amount of soil that's necessary to fill that up. You don't want your floor to fall through, and you sure don't want to pay your landlord for another floor. You probably wouldn't have a place to live after that. I'm just saying, some people need to be told, do not do this inside your home. If you're going to do stuff inside your house, please keep it to stuff like that or that. Or even this would be something that is testy, but you fill it up with plants, not dirt. So, I mean, you can only fit so many, but this right here would be something to keep the cats out, So that would work for me. Don't do this in your house. Don't do that in your house. Don't do that in your house. You can do that in your house. You can do that in your house. And that. You can do that in your house. And those little pottery plants, where is that at? That right there, you can do that in your house. Be considerate. Be creative. You got all kinds of wall space that you can use to grow and put a shelf on and put a different kind of plant on there. It doesn't have to be a big plant. Herbs are most of your herbs are very small and light. So you can grow an herb garden off your wall. And unless the cats have and herbs don't, depending on your room, depends on whether you put lights on or off of them. There's lights that can stick on your wall. There's lights that can stick on the shelf. Look here, 4-pack LED grow lights. Okay, so you can't even use that as an excuse. Look here, this is covered, meaning nothing can get to those things. This, I highly, I suggest stuff like this, depending on what you're growing. So the more independent that you yourself become, and those of you who have children or neighbors that you want to teach as well, the less money you're going to have to spend on stuff like this. You'll be able to spend it on other stuff that you can't take care of yourself with. Also, it is a moment of, if you have the money to go to the store and buy the stuff, then save that money and do without it for a month so that you'll never have to go to the store and buy it again, because you're going to grow it yourself. sometimes we do have to grow through pain. And so backing off a little bit, which many people, you're not going to be backing off of that. You're just starting out. So you're being asked to refrain from that bag of Fritos, refrain from the processed food that you've been buying, and don't try getting the garden foods just yet. Save that money. Trade it out for a bottled water. I don't prefer bottled water. Get you a thermos and pour filtered water. And juices and juice. Fill your body up with fluids, liquid fluids that are nutritious until you get this garden situated. You'll thank yourself for it later. You will.
We have covered a lot today, and I'm going to end it with that right there. Tomorrow, we are going to cover a touchy subject, but it is about spiritual growth. We have 17:20 on the clock right now, 10:47 as well. Boosh! I do hope this information has helped you in some way, has given you the opportunity to grow, and that tomorrow you'll be back for some more. Be aware that the best offense is knowing yourself the bestest.